So, part two of my story, life after senior high school. So, the other time, I ended as where I went to uh, my first job searching. Yeah, my first job searching. So, the next part was when I went to magazine. Yes, I went to find job, or I went to find work at magazine. So, for that one, I didn't go direct to find work or job. I went to learn. Yes. So I know one of my friend who was already at Mazi, Pius, yeah, MDK. He always there. So I call Pius and ask Pius to find a place in his workplace for me. So I Pius take it takes about maybe some days, and Pius tell his master that one of his friends want to come and learn. So the next, I think is the next day, I was, I was called to the work and given all the instructions and what I need to provide before I can join. So the following day, I buy all my accoutrements and go. I started work, and lo and behold, that work was a work that I have already been through. Because my uncle was a automobile sprayer, car sprayer at Swami. So I used to go to my uncle's shop, so I know the basic ones, the basic steps of the work. So I wasn't afraid of the job. I have a good time with it. I started doing this work, and everything was working smoothly. There, I find peace because even though it's hard work, but as compared to that work, the drink shop, it wasn't world value for me. So I started doing my work 247 every day. We go come, but being apprentice, it's not easy sometimes. I appreciate all my bosses, Master Kojo, my original boss, who is Master Board. Yeah, I appreciate all of them. I salute you all. So all these people takes me through the work field, and slow by slow, everything was moving. We were working together, meeting people, extending our friendship, extending our work to places. So through all this, I work and learn the skill. But a guy who wants to make it in life, and I already have a passion in this media work. I have a background of this media work. My family, like, yeah, we have a strong background in this media work. So I decided on 2020, yeah, on the 2020, I decided to move back to, or do something that I know that I'm being, yo, I want to do. Yeah. So on 2020, I think, yeah, it's when that work was very, very slow. So things were hard for me that then. Then things were very hard as compared. I was doing some susu be pension investment be where I wanted to withdraw the money, but they told me say, hey, rich, rich. So I kept quiet, waiting for God's time. Because at that time, things were very difficult. So I decided to change my work. At that time, my boss has also moved to Accra. Instead of, because my boss who is teaching me the work has moved to Accra to do his work over there. So how far his apprentice should stay back then in Kumasi, and everything, things were very tough. So I decided to also start a new life, even though I've seen some stronger parts, and I could have continued my work. Way back 2022, when I was about to stop the work, I go because my boss has been traveled to Accra to find a greener pasture there. So I also moved back to my uncle's workshop. So I went there to help my uncle for about 2 months or so, 2 months, and I decided to move fast because the way things are going, if I don't change, it will harm me and it will affect my next life. So it was when I and my brother went to one program, one graduation. We went there and meet some instant photographers. Yeah, it was then one of the instant photographers. Oh, I start talking to, yeah, expressing my like my feeling in doing this photography work. So he decided that I'll call him after. He said, yeah, I don't remember the name, but he decided I should call him. So when I come home, I talked to my mother. I already learned that time. I was already learning graphic design on my own. Yeah, I was already learning graphic design. I used my one of my brother's laptop. Buy out. Yeah, I was learning graphic design. I wasn't having my own laptop, so at that time I was using my brother's laptop to learn on my own. So I told that guy that yes, I am already in graphic design, so blah 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 blah. Then he said that I should come. I arranged the dates to go there with my mom, and yes, when we go, we discuss a lot, and you know, someone who stays in Boshen and every day have to go to Ebuakwa for just to learn. Yes, go and come. It was very tough. So my mom did like told me that Denise, like, you know, this thing that you want to do, like, it's not that I don't support, I support, but you know the distance. So I will urge you to find some around. And one of my uncle, yes, Uncle Kofi, sorry, he was working with media. I don't, yes. So my mom asked me to call my uncle so that if he can help, like when my mother told me at that stand, I told myself that, mom, Uncle Asari is working at Adum studio, so he can't have time for me. His freedom is not all that easier to take. He can't have time for me. So I told myself, but I didn't tell my mom. So we call, and my uncle asked me, he's busy and he's going to call me the following day. Although yes, I didn't hear from my uncle again, so I decided to move on to find my own. So I check across and I check at my area, Boshen. So I found one. Yes, that was unquote unquote for that one. Everyone who knows me know where I was working, so I don't want to mention again. If then I should mention this. I was working at Rich Ad Multimedia at Boshen. For there, yes, I think I was there for about 2.5 years. 2.5 years, things go bad and everything despair. So I have to move on. So I move on, and 2023, no, 2020, I think 2025, it was when I move on. And at earlier months in 2025, it was when everything dispersed and I move on. And the same 2025, I was fully determined that I will not stop this week and I am not going down. So because I come to learn something, and if things has turned off, why should I stop? For this one, I have passion in it. So I'm taking this job, this work to be mine. And to be lo and behold, now I'm full-time photographer. and a videographer too. I edit pictures. I'm a graphic designer, and I have many things in my head that relate to this media business. So this is part of my life after senior high school. So the works we do, everything. And I want to assure you guys, I want to tell you guys, in everything that you are doing, don't let what people tell you, or don't let what people are saying discourage you. I remember way back at magazine, one day I was with my boss, and my boss, we sent car, yeah, we sent car to the car wash, and we were bringing back the car battery so that we can use to start another car. I carried the battery on my head, and my boss says, "Ah, Dennis, we are in public area. Why are you carrying the battery on your head? Some people will see you and feel that." Oh, I tell my boss, no, none of them passing give me money to buy food, or none of them passing is going to pay for my daily end. So things that I do to get money, no one is going to brochure me with it. So it's none of anyone business. Yeah, so don't let what people are doing discourage you from what you want to do. Everything that you want to do it. And don't let something keep you at one position. Sometimes you can move on, but moving on, you have to think wisely, because if you don't think wisely, it will go against you. Sometimes you will not have support. At this life, we take risks. We take huge risks. In order to make it, you take risks. I salute you.